Hello, my name is Dave. I'm a real estate agent in Singapore that specializes in new launches. In this video, I'm going to explain to you about the payment scheme for new launch property. For example, what component can you pay in cash and what in CPF? And then I also let you know the stages of your payment. So for this example, I'm going to use a typical one-bedroom unit in District 9 that costs 1.4 million. We are going to take a 75% loan with the 30-year loan tenure. So at the show fact, after you have selected your choice unit, you need to give a check of 5% based on the selling price. And then the developer will hand you a document called the OTP. And within 2 weeks, they will send to your lawyer the sales and purchase agreement, which your lawyer will ask you to go down to sign them. When you are going down, you also have to prepare the 4% buyer stamp duty. For this, you can actually pay in cash or in CPF. However, even if you are using CPF, you still have to prepare this 4% beforehand, because your lawyer will need the time to write into CPF, then they will reimburse you this 4%. And since we are taking the 75% loan, the other 25% is the down payment. So you have already settled your 5%, then you still have to pay the other 15%. Again, this can be cash or CPF, but need the reimbursement method for the CPF. And all these things will be done within 8 weeks. Other miscellaneous cost is your lawyer's fee and then the loan stamp duty. Just now we have already paid the 20% down payment. So the other 5%, let's say the time where you have done all the payment and then they have not completed the foundation work. So you have to pay the 5% later. And this 5% can be in cash or CPF. The other 5% will be from the loan. When they have completed the other building structure, you will pay progressively. For example, for the $1,800, you'll pay for 6 months. And then after 1 year or 1.5 years later, you'll pay up to about $2,000. And during the OTP, which is about more than 2 years later, you have to pay about $4,095. And finally, your full mortgage payment is $5,142. This is when you can already start to rent out your units. And yes, even for private property, you can also use your CPF OA to pay. So let's say that we have rented out our one-bedroom unit at $4,400. So after deducting the CPF and adding the rental, you have about $1,258 cash left over. And with this money, you can use it to pay the maintenance fee. That is about 300 plus around there. Let's say you're buying this property for investment, to rent it out, or you want to have the dual purpose of renting it out or even for own stay. Then make sure that this property you buy will have those criteria that will attract the right kind of tenant. For example, they are good quality tenant and also they are able to pay the high rental that you're asking for. So in this area, how much rental can we actually ask in District 9? Later I'll show you some UI record, then we will see that what kind of rental that you can expect. So come back to the criteria. One of the criteria is make sure that they are near the MRT station. For example, those who are like within 300, 500 meters, those are good location, right, from the MRT station. And also that is it easy for daily living? For example, are they near restaurants, eateries, or even hawker center? Are there shopping centers around? Those who are buying a property in District 9 or District 10, usually your tenants, they are the expatriate, right? The expat, those who are foreigners coming to Singapore to work. And you need to understand their kind of lifestyle. Are they belong to those who are like Singaporean, they only want to eat in a hawker center? Or do they also want to eat food from their own country? So all this we have to take into consideration. And also what kind of activity do they enjoy every time when they are having their off day? Alright, so all this will help you to attract the kind of tenants that you are looking for. Then the other one, beside the rental income, how about the price appreciation? What are the criteria that will affect the price next time when you sell them? You know, for example, you're going to sell them 5 or 8 years down the road. Are there anything that's attractive in this area that will attract people who will come and buy your property? Now I'm going to introduce to you an upcoming new launch that is surrounded by 3 MRT station and is also less than 400 meters from the River Valley Primary School. It is very near to the Somerset MRT station. It's about 560 meters, and then to the Fort Canning MRT station is 600 meters. And then also to this new Thomson East Coast Line Great World MRT station is 600 meter, and it's very near to the Singapore River. This District 9 new launch property is called the Hill House. This is a 999 years property. Hill House is not a mass market condominium where you can have 2 or 3 swimming pool. What Hill House does have is a sky pool, and beside the sky pool there's also a little mini bar where you can, after your swim, you can actually go up to the bar to have a drink. This they call it the island. And you also have many corners to chill out at the roof terrace. It also has a good sized gym that you can have an unblocked view. The reason why you can afford unblocked view is because, as the name implies, it's built on a hill. And since it is a north-south facing condominium, you will not have the problem of the morning sun or the afternoon sun. So with all these criteria, exactly how much rental can we command for the 1-bedroom unit in this District 9? We will use the nearby condo and look at their rental. So for the 400 plus square feet unit, you can rent from $3,800 to $4,400 for a fully furnished unit. For a 700 plus square feet unit, you can rent from $6,000 to $6,900. So how much will the Hill House unit cost? For 1-bedder, we are estimating that it will be in the region of 1.4 million. Since it have not been launched, so I don't even have the real prices yet. However, the most interesting thing about this Hill House is they have a 1+1 1-bedder unit. And the +1 is like a study area. However, it's big enough for you to put a 1 single bed, which means if you buy this unit, you can actually rent out as a 2-bedder unit. There are more interior design of this Hill House condominium, which is very trendy, that I cannot show you because they have not been launched yet. And by the way, the preview is on the 5th of November. If you are keen to take a look, you can contact me through my WhatsApp. So who is this Hill House condominium for? I think it will be for those who are singles, those who have just started to work. Right, this will be your very good first property, as the price is very reasonable in the context of a District 9 property. And also those who have just started your family, right, a small family. I think this is a very good location, and since it's also near to the River Valley Primary School, I think it's very optimum for you to buy your first private property here. Hill House is somewhere behind this condominium, so just a few minutes walk will bring you to this Robertson Quay that is beside the Singapore River, and you may recognize this colorful bridge. So if you were to run along this Singapore River, it will bring you to the MBS area, and from there you can actually connect you to the Gardens by the Bay, and from there you can actually run all the way to the East Coast or to cycle there. If you were to run towards this direction, it will bring you to the Great World Shopping Mall. So as you can see, the location is very versatile. It will bring you to many famous places in Singapore. Our show flat preview is on the 5th of November. Just drop me a text in WhatsApp and I'll arrange the time slot for you. Bye.